Imagine being able to teleport to Limsa totally free. Yeah, and you know that's big money. Gil, wallet getting thick AF boy. Now you want to learn how to do this? I'll tell you in this video, and better yet, it only takes a few short minutes to actually get set up. So today I want to talk to you about account security and the brand new additional features added to Final Fantasy XIV to help you secure your account so that you can play Final Fantasy XIV safely and without worries about potentially losing your account. Your gear, your glamour inventory could be shredded, houses, relic weapons, or relic weapon progress, free companies suspended, gil, and so on. To put it shortly, the effects of this can be devastating. And I'm going to be real for a moment here. Speaking for myself, one thing that would be potentially impossible to resolve even with full help of the support team would honestly be if someone compromised my account and relinquished or sold off my houses on Gilgamesh. This would be something I could probably never get back, and honestly would probably, if I'm being real, probably I'd be crying in bed for a week. So this is just because housing has been something that has been a really big thing for me, and how much time and effort was put into even just getting the houses, let alone decorating it, or the millions of gil for that, or the glitching. The glitching. Heck, I'm the one that did up the ultimate housing savage guides. Screw the raid gear and gil. If I lost my houses, I think Final Fantasy XIV would be forever darkened for me. So security is a very real thing. Thankfully, you can take steps to protect yourself, and you really have always been given a plethora of options, but now there are more options, which I think makes it very accessible to people. So heck, there is even more incentive because with a one-time password activated, you get one single location anywhere to teleport to completely free. Imagine being able to teleport to Limsa for totally free. Yeah, you know that's big money. So the simplest and probably most effective additional security measure above and beyond having a solid password is to take advantage of the one-time password with an associated software authenticator. This has always been the case for this game, but now they have expanded it. Just before I get into the content, as always, if this video helps you and you want to help support me and my content, it truly really does go an extremely long way to helping me if you toss a Google Authenticator at that like button and Cat Daddy that subscribe button. Brand new to Final Fantasy XIV as of this morning is that we now have full Google and Microsoft Authenticator support in Final Fantasy XIV. You can even see that at the bottom of the official Square Enix one-time password, there's actually a brand new fancy article for this. Just a full disclaimer, if you don't want to watch a video, you don't want to go through it with me, that's totally okay, but I do absolutely recommend, whether you watch this video or not, check out this article and get one set up, please. But I'm gonna keep going here on this. Before I do a single other thing with the Final Fantasy XIV website or my Final Fantasy XIV account, the first step that I'm taking is to have the official Google Authenticator application installed on my phone. You don't really need anything fancy for this. Like my phone, I'm just gonna be really real with you and be level with you. It is a 6 years old piece of trash. Yeah, 2020 has not been kind to me, I can say that for sure. But it is my piece of trash, and so she'll get this job done. I've never had an issue with this. It's working just well on my phone right now. I have officially gone into my account, no problem with it. If my trash can work, your brand new fancy iPhone probably will work. But I need to always say this disclaimer, or I at least feel like I need to, is that when you're installing anything, ensure that you're installing the official application. Make sure that you are getting the real thing. Make sure you're not installing some weird spin-off or some crazy thing that is definitely different than what you want. Always go for the official one. Whether it's Google, whether it's Microsoft, always make sure you're getting the official app. So with this installed, which is actually going off of a fresh install for this video, is that I went to a page saying set up your first account, which gave me two options: scan a QR code or enter a setup key. As you're going to see later in the video, we're going to be doing a QR code, but more on that in a second. Now I want to be concerned about getting my Final Fantasy XIV account set up for this, and so from this point I just followed the link from the page to log into my Square Enix account management system, logged in with my ID, went to the top of the menu bar and selected the one-time password option under services and options. Now I see that there is the option for software authenticator for Google or Microsoft Authenticator at the bottom, which is what I'm going for, which is going to bring us to a page that states that we need the phone app, which we're good on because we already did that in like a minute ago. So I click to go on to the next step, and I'm brought to a page with a QR code here, which, yes, before anyone tells me that I'm a coward, you're 100% correct, and I will not even risk a Gaussian blur here. You're getting a solid black box over here. So this QR code, underneath this black box, you'll actually see a QR code here, is what your application wants. So what I did at this point was I had to manually allow my application camera access. I'm on an Android right now. You might be very different if you're on iOS. I then held my camera to the QR code and my phone allowed me to scan it in. In fact, it didn't even need a confirmation. It just saw the QR code and it was like, boop, we take this in, which then gave me a series of numbers on the screen. I tried to take screenshots to like show what it's like, but my phone security settings didn't allow me to do that, so it's just gonna have like a screen, then you can have like your account ID, and then you can have like numbers there. It's very obvious to me that it's linked because it linked my incredibly memey Enix ID in the app, and I had a good laugh over the sheer stupidity of my naming conventions a decade ago, and then I returned to the website as a Google app had the spinner with changing numbers, and this changing number with the spinner is going to be your one-time password. So on the Final Fantasy XIV account webpage, I pressed the next button just following the steps on the webpage, and I was prompted to enter in my one-time password, at least on the Google app. I have a spinner that I mentioned before indicating that this password is a limited duration that's about to refresh the password, so it's going to be a constantly changing password, and that is actually a very good thing for you because it makes brute force password attempts, like let's just say like some kind of script or something just attempting to like brute force your password, it makes it very difficult since it is a moving target. Your password is always changing with this, so we're not going to get into the logistics of just how difficult those are to do or whatever in this video, but with a moving target it's pretty difficult, and this is actually pretty solid security. There's a reason why Google and Microsoft and now Square Enix are endorsing it. It definitely adds a solid layer of protection. And that being said, once you enter in your one-time password into the website and confirm that, then you get a message saying, yay, your software authenticator was validated and like registered to your account. And then from now on, you're gonna just need a one-time password whenever you log in. Now, if you're already logged into the game, just like log out or whatever, like I wasn't booted from the server when I changed over, but then try and access your account with that same one-time password. You're probably getting an error message, huh? In particular, the password entered is invalid. Please enter a valid password. Like, it's not even going to look at it. It's going to be like, what's this? Now, try it again with ever-changing password from the like authenticator, whether it's Windows or Google, and bam, success. I had no problem with it myself. And now you have successfully introduced yet another layer of security onto your account that will protect your actually extremely valuable account, so you're not going to need to worry about someone like auctioning off your houses or anything crazy. I don't know if this helps you, but I can say it does definitely help me sleep better at night, as does the literally free teleports to Limsa. Haha. Anyhow, take care and have an excellent day, everyone, and remember to always keep yourself safe and always, always, always guard your passwords in your accounts. Anyhow, take care and have an excellent day.